Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is of course packed full with new releases. And sweeties, I have to say that this is the most favorite time for me personally when it comes to new makeup releases, because now this is when all the palettes launch that have my most favorite color schemes. Like really, can we just have fall releases / Halloween releases all through the year? Can we please agree on that? Like seriously, I have so many beautiful things to show you, and seriously, I want to have something like 80-90% of everything that I'm going to talk about. Seriously. I can't even, you know, I was trying to keep this video short because again, this week I'm going to have one final holiday that is basically between me filming this video and between you seeing it. So at some point between me having the holiday and filming and releasing it, I have to also find the time to edit this monster. And I wanted to, for that reason, keep it small, but there's no chance. There's no chance. So I have no idea. If you see this at the normal time on Wednesday, I don't know how I did it. So seriously. Okay, sweetie, if you've just found me, welcome to my channel. I'm Leorah. I'm a makeup artist and stylist. I'm living for colorful makeup and colorful styling. I'm a very, very positive person when it comes to makeup. I'm living for the indie makeup community. This is where my heart is. This is also my main feature basically here on my channel, but of course I'm not against the other brands either. It's just that I feel that the smaller indie brands also need a platform to shine, and that's what I'm doing here. So please feel free to check out my channel and of course my social media, which is linked in the description box. Check out what I'm doing, and if you like my vibe, and then of course subscribe to my channel, because that would just be amazing. And with all of that being said, sweeties, we gotta go in because we need to talk. We seriously need to talk. Let me just move to the side and then we shall see, because I have quite a long list and it's scary. Okay, sweeties, let's talk about Touch of Glam, because a Touch of Glam is coming out with their Twisted Vivids #2. Okay, so this has launched already on September 24th. So all I know, this might be sold out already, because stuff like this sells out like super fast. But feel free to check, because this looks beautiful. Just look at those, how do you say that, palm of the hand swatches? It is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Do you see how much I love makeup? This is beautiful. Like, who wants to have this on their eyes? I have this everywhere, you know, like why just on the eyes? Seriously, this is beautiful. Prices are ranging, so it's a bit hard for me to tell you what the prices are. So please feel free to check that out on the website by yourself, but amazing looking collection from Touch of Glam. Okay, then let's definitely also talk about Jolie Beauty, because when she sneaked the outer packaging, sneaked the outer packaging of the Vampirism palette, I was like, this is and then this was supposed to be shown on a Friday evening, which is when I have to be offline for religious reasons. So I was actually alerting my besties to like, check out this palette for me, check out this palette, and if there's a pre-sale, go and buy it for me, because you know. Anyway, this palette has been ordered for me, and I'm so grateful, because it's beautiful. And I have the two previous palettes, the Sorceress palette and the Intergalactic palette. I think I have both of those from Jolie Beauty. Love both of them, and I have no doubt that this one will also be super nice. And yeah, that this is definitely a brand that I super love. And together with that palette, there will also be 4 matte liquid lipsticks, and that is not so much for me, so I'm not getting that. The colors look really nice. I just don't like matte liquid lipsticks. As a rule, I just don't, it's not so much for me, but the palette definitely, and that is beautiful. Okay, the palette retails for $53, and then the matte liquid lipstick bundle retails for $58. Is that true? I think that's true. So anyway, this is coming super soon, but it is now available already for pre-order in case you want to check this out. And Jolie Beauty is of course based in the UK, in case you were wondering. Okay, let's talk about Lovelace Cosmetics, because they're coming out with this, the Hello Autumn palette. And while this is of course a completely different vibe to the Vampirism palette, for example, this is a more quiet vibe, a more romantic. This is like strolls in the autumn nature landscape with your favorite person. you know, kind of a palette. And it's beautiful. And I feel it's also reflected on the outer packaging. It's romantic, it's cute, it's sweet, it's all the good things, you know. I think this is a very, very beautiful palette, and that is what it is. And it retails for $13, you know, like seriously. Yeah, it has 18 shades, and it is now available in case you want to get this for yourself. Color scheme wise, super, super pretty. Then I definitely want to also include a sneak peek, and I'm not going to include super many sneak peeks because there's so much being sneak peeked. This video could potentially be double as long if I would include all of them. And of course, by the time you see this, there are going to be new releases again, and you know, so anyway, but some of them I will include, and one of them is just super, super beautiful, and that's why I want to show you, and that is from Saints, Angels, Sinners, because she's going to come out soon with this 6-pan duochrome palette, and I just felt that this is so, so pretty, and I'm super excited for this brand because she's working hard, and I've been chatting with the owner a little bit, like behind the scenes. She's first of all super, super nice, but also besides that, she has a lot of ideas. She's very driven in, you know, what can I come out with, and fine-tuning her releases and stuff. It's really, really cool to see. So this I'm super excited about. This is really, really pretty. Okay, so now let's also move on to Colourpop, because they are sneak peeking also something, and that is the Orchid collection, and that also I have to say is actually really cute. Is this the most exciting color scheme? No, but it is a very, very beautiful and sweet color scheme, you know, and it's safe, but it's kind of really, really sweet, and there are definitely days when I need that too. Okay, so you of course have the 9-pan palette, also like the whole collection. It's always super well rounded, kind of overwhelming, but super well rounded when it comes to Colourpop. So you do have the eyeshadow palette, you do have lippy sticks, you do have color sticks, you do have pressed powder blushes, and you have also a soul body shimmering body powder, and all of this is coming soon on their website. Okay, so anyway, will I get this? I kind of wish I could get everything, as you know, because I love makeup and I would like to bathe in it if I could. The thing is that Colourpop releases, as cute as they are, I think they make most sense for people who actually live in America, because they actually can get them in a reasonable amount of time. For me, it takes 6 to 8 weeks for that to come to me, and by that time they have launched another 5 collections. So it's kind of redundant, sort of, you know. So no matter what I think about their releases, for me personally, getting them doesn't make much sense. Like, just for my channel, you know, if there's something that I just super, super love, then I'm still going to get it and maybe just not feature it here. But till I get it, it's just too late, too little too late for me to feature it, okay? But this looks really, really pretty, I have to say. Then I've also been tagged in this one a lot, and that is from Notorious Artistry Cosmetics. And they're coming out with this palette. This is the Autumnal Equinox palette. It's 15 shades, it's all mattes, and this is of course a super pretty example of a fall color scheme. Super, super well executed. Also overall darker leaning, which is amazing. I love it. And this retails for $32, and this is in celebration of their 1st anniversary of their brand, which is, congratulations, super way to celebrate this palette, seriously. Okay, so this is all matte, which is not too much for me, but maybe it is for you, because I kind of really like, you know, a good mix of shimmers and even pressed glitters, you know, whatever, shimmers and mattes and whatever. But if you want to check this out, feel free to do so, because it is a super stunning looking palette, if you ask me, especially now for this season, seriously. Okay, then a super amazing sneak peek, or a super amazing is too early to say because I don't know yet, but Glamour is sneak peeking the Silent Night palette, and just from the packaging I have to say, what is this? You know, and sometimes it's like, okay, so they're sneak peeking packaging, not Glamour in general. I'm speaking in general now. Sometimes when you see sneak peeks, it's like, okay, cute, okay, let's see, you know. But this, with this super, super dark vibe, I'm like, you have my attention, you know, and that is so, so cool. I love when they do that. Okay, so the full reveal will be in middle or end of October, and super excited to talk about this again and to see what this is. I have not tried any from Glamour. Super excited actually to try that brand at some point too. Who knows if this is going to be the one, but just from the sneak peek of the outer packaging, I'm like, okay, I'm listening, talk. keep talking. Okay, sweetie, now let's talk also about Alien Cosmetics. I actually forgot to mention this last time, I'm sorry, because they have actually launched a blush and a highlighter in singles. So I don't know if it's called Gigi or Gigi. Is it Gigi? Maybe Gigi. Is a terracotta rose blush with a satin finish, and then the Danny is a silver champagne gold multi-dimensional highlight. This is what they have launched, and they retail for $10 each or for $18 as a duo, in case you want to check this out. And I also do have a code with Alien Cosmetics. All my codes, as always, are linked in the description box in case you want to use them. Then I also wanted to give you another beautiful example of an affordable but super pretty release that is fall themed, and it's a big palette, and that is this one from Profusion. Seriously, the Marigold palette, I looked at this and I was like, oh, is that pretty? You know, this is seriously, when I'm scrolling through Instagram right now, I'm just, is that pretty? And wow, did you see that? And I'm like, why is nobody here that I can talk to? You know, like actually here within my family, they don't care. Like seriously, you know, but I'm like, oh, I need to talk to someone about this because this is so pretty, you know? I'm like, I'm such a child when it comes to makeup, but I kind of feel like I wish more people would be like that, because then we would still have more passion and more fun and more, I don't know, good things on this platform, you know, if people would just be a little bit more excited again. So I'm just going to be excited, as excited as I want to be about makeup. So, you know, whatever. Okay, so the Marigold palette retailing for $13. Now, I do have a couple of Profusion palettes, still haven't tried them because I'm getting so much other stuff in. So I cannot really tell you from my own experience how the performance is. If the performance is as good as this palette looks, then seriously, really, the palette looks amazing. Seriously amazing. Okay, this is a cruelty-free brand, and this retails for $13. Okay, then of course Glamlight feels like they have to kill me because they're coming out with new collections, and I'm like still excited. Okay, so first of all, we do have the wine collection, or the wine palette, which has a 15 ultra pigmented luxurious shades, including 10 mattes, 3 shimmers, and 2 breathtaking duochrome shimmers. Yeah. So beautiful. And as far as I understand, the palette is within that bottle, you know, that is the packaging, is that bottle, which is kind of really so Glamlight to do stuff like this, you know. And yeah, wine, big fan right here. But anyway, also the palette looks super pretty. And then of course they also had to come out with a green one, which is like, what, people, really does anyone have mercy with my bank account? Just like, really. Okay, so they're also coming out with this one. This is the Dirty Martini palette. I can't help myself. It's just so beautiful. Also here, the palette is within the Martini bottle, basically packaging, you know. Also here you do have 15 shades with dazzling shimmers and buttery mattes, and this is coming soon, all of this. Oh dear, I wonder what else they have up their sleeves, seriously. Okay, the Makeup Pharmacy is coming out with the Beauty Rituals eyeshadow palette. This is going to become available on October 15th, and the palette will have 12 shades with 7 mattes and 5 shimmers, and will retail for $30. Also, this is a super pretty palette, sweeties. You know, I think what we have to do, or what we have to start to relearn, is to see the palette removed from everything else, or to see the release, no matter if it is a palette or something else, removed from everything else, because the second you compare too much to everything else you've just talked about or you've just seen, I think you do injustice to the brand and also to the palette. You know, when I compare this palette, for example, now the Beauty Rituals palette to the Dirty Martini palette, then I would definitely say, wow, the Dirty Martini palette is definitely my preference because I love greens. Everybody who knows me knows that green is the color of my soul, like seriously, you know. And then next to that, of course, this palette, the Beauty Rituals palette, would fade. But I kind of have tried to train myself to not do that anymore. And if I compare, then I will point it out in the video that right now I'm comparing, you know. But when I'm looking at the releases on their own, then I can actually see the beauty in them. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone understand where I'm coming from? I think this is a beautiful palette with beautiful depth in it, and it is kind of a grungy romantic palette. So beautiful, you know. I really like it. So 7 mattes, 5 shimmers for $30, and this is coming in the middle of October. Okay, another very nice palette, but completely different, is from Wicked Widow Beauty, and they're releasing this palette right here. Now, do I have a name for this? I don't have a name for this palette right now. If I still find the name, I'm going to put it on the screen. This has 15 shades, it has 9 mattes, it has 6 shimmers, and this is launching on October 1st. This palette, completely different color scheme, and also kind of a version of a fall themed palette, but it's also kind of like harvest, and it's not necessarily the most Halloween-y palette in a traditional sense. It's more, for me, it's like a harvest and like a beautiful harvest romance without knowing what the theme is. I have no idea what the theme is. I don't see the outer packaging and I don't see the name, you know, but this is what I associate when I look at this palette. I associate it with like a harvest kind of a theme, which is beautiful. Palettes like this can shine so much and are so beautiful, you know. So anyway, this is launching soon from Wicked Widow Beauty. And then let's also talk about BH Cosmetics, because they are doing a collab with Doja Cat, I think, or Doja maybe, Doja Cat. I have no idea what that is. She's huge. She's like, I checked her out on Instagram and I was like, how many million followers does she have? Wow. Anyway, never heard of the woman. I'm so sorry, but you know, living in a bubble, just saying. Okay, so BH Cosmetics is collaborating with Doja Cat, and this is the whole collection. They're coming out with a whole collection. So you do have a 36 pan palette, which is of course super cool. I love big palettes, for $36. And then you do also have like mini palettes. You have blush trios, you have highlighters, you have a mascara, you have eyeliners, you have brushes, you have lip balms, you have lip glosses, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that's huge. It's a huge collection. Feel free to check it out in case you want to. You know, this is what it is. Is this live already? I think it is live already. Okay, then also one sneak peek from Menagerie Cosmetics, because you know that they came out with the Arthurine blushes, I think maybe a year ago or a couple months ago, and now they're sneak peeking from the same line, the same idea basically, also a highlighter palette, and that is so cool. I'm very interested. I was also very interested in that blush palette, didn't get it because it's just not that easy when you're not in the US to get Menagerie Cosmetics, but very interested, I have to say, both in the blush palette and in the highlighter palette still. Yeah, so anyway, just saying that this is coming at some point soon. Okay, we're not talking a lot here about mainstream, but today I'm definitely also going to throw in this release from Morphe, and that is also a collab with Ashley Strong collection. No idea who that is, but anyway, they're collabing and this is what they're coming out with. This is the Affirmation Magic Artistry palette for $22, and then you also do have lip duos and you do have a cake liner palette. Okay, the eyeshadow palette though is really pretty, and again, this is a good example of these fall releases that are right now just so cool. Absolutely my vibe. Dark, grungy, sexy, out there, you know, and like so cool. Really liking it. Also the whole way they designed the palette, the outer packaging, everything so nice, you know. Yeah. Okay, then let's also talk about Anastasia Beverly Hills coming out with the Primrose palette. Yeah, okay. Meet our new Primrose palette. It says here, okay, these 12 pan palette is packed with luxurious enchanting shades in a rose-inspired color story designed to upgrade your everyday glam. Yeah, I don't know. Is that how roses look in America? I don't know. I've been to America once for my honeymoon. I did not look at roses that much back then, but I don't know. This is not what I think when I see roses, honestly, but okay. Yeah, so you do have the eyeshadow palette. You also do have face products in here, and this has launched on September 22nd. This is not coming to my channel. I have nothing against ABH at all. It's just that, you know, it depends what you're looking for. Let's put it that way. I think this could have been more exciting, but then again, I think ABH is serving a different client base. Let's just put it that way. Okay, then let's talk about Artitude Cosmetics, and I'm so excited for the owner, or let's say together with the owner, because the owner is justifiably very excited about this release. She has been working on this for, I think she said like 10 months straight, and this is the Phoenix palette. This is another example of one of these fall releases that are grungy and sexy and amazing. And I think she also said there are 5 different formulas in this palette. 4 or 5. I don't want to say something wrong right now. But there is no glitters, you know. It's just really seriously different formulas of eyeshadow, you know. So feel free to check out her Instagram, because she's posting also swatches and stuff like this, and like also swatch videos, and you know, super excited for this whole thing. Okay, so we do have the Phoenix palette, which retails for £33, and yeah, it says here 5 formulas. Why didn't I read the post? Okay, mattes, duochromes, diamond foils, shimmers, and a marble cream. The full collection includes the palette. It has lashes. Then you do have the Catitude wine red adhesive liner, you have a lipstick trio, you have a sponge, and you have a 12-piece brush set for £120, and the palette together with the 12-piece brush set is £80. So this is going to launch on September 30th, and I'm super excited for her. Seriously excited, because she is amazing. She is working so hard, and this palette looks really nice, you know, really nice. Okay, let's also talk about Urban Decay, because they're coming out with this. This is a Marvel Studios Eternal Collection release, sort of. Okay, this palette retails for $65, and it features a 3D pop-up element and 15 new shades. Okay, so I've always wanted to have a 3D pop-up element. Shouldn't we all have something like this in our lives? I don't know. Yeah, so anyway, that is that. The palette itself is okay. It's just the dark shades are not mattes as far as I can see, and that makes it for me very hard to use, because it is not my makeup style. I think overall it is very light leaning, and I'm just not feeling that too much right now at this time of the year, you know. But anyway, overall the concept is of course neutrals with pops of blue and teal kind of, which there's nothing wrong with it. It works. I'm always talking about this, that this absolutely works. And then we also have the Afterglow Illuminating Highlighter for $26, and we also have waterproof eyeliner pencils for $22, and lipsticks and glitter gels. Okay, so all of this is from Urban Decay. Then I needed to talk to you about this one from House Labs. This is a limited edition eyeshadow palette called Love for Sale. Okay, color scheme wise, it is okay. You know, obviously not too much my style, but fine. Doesn't need to be my style necessarily. This has 18 shades. It's inspired by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga's Love for Sale album for $48. Okay, I don't know this album, but anyway, it doesn't matter. 9 plush mattes, 4 multi-dimensional metallics, 4 lustrous shimmers, and 1 universal champagne sheer sparkle topper. All sounds really nice. So what I feel though is strange, and I'm talking like a robot for a reason. It says here $1 from every palette sold will be donated to Tony Bennett's Exploring the Arts Foundation. $1. Really? Aren't you a bit generous? $1? Okay, just saying. Yeah, so this, wait, what's the date? Okay, so this has launched already when you're seeing this. This has launched on September 28th, and yeah. Okay, that is great. You know, I like it when people are very generous in giving. you know. Okay, with the next one that I want to talk about, I'm not 100% sure, is this new, or am I just seeing this now, or is this something that is just being shown again and I wasn't aware of it? But anyway, it says here available now and new, so I have no idea. Plouise. This is apparently a new palette from Plouise, which looks super, super nice for $24 and beautiful. Seriously, very beautiful. I'm not too much into small palettes, and for me 8 pans is very, very small, but color scheme wise and execution wise I think it is absolutely stunning. Yeah, and it says here available now, so feel free to check it out. In case this is an old release and it's just being posted as new, then please forgive me, I don't know, but this looks beautiful. Alright my lovelies, let's also talk about Pink Lips Cosmetics, because they are coming out Pink Lips Cosmetics, yeah. Okay, because they are coming out with blushing on you blush trios, which look like this. You have 3 of them for, of course, different skin tones, which is really, really nice. I think they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, super nice and vibrant colors, and of course also the one for the lighter skin tones that is a little bit more subdued and a little bit more gentle, which kind of makes sense, right? So anyway, I think this is super, super nice. They're available now for $15 each in case you want to check this out. Then Forever Always Lashes is coming out with the Spooky Bundle. Okay, we do have an eyeshadow palette with 12 shades. We do have 25mm lashes. We do have a beauty sponge, and all of that will retail for $28. And this is going to be available on October 8th. The palette, let's talk about the palette, because obviously that's the most exciting thing for me, is super, super nice. Of course, there are pressed glitters. I think it's 4 pressed glitters, 4 mattes. No, that's not true. I already see that I'm lying. It's, I can't see. I cannot see the whole palette, so it's hard for me to say. It's at least 3 pressed glitters. It is at least 2 shimmers, and then there are mattes. You know, so but it could be a little bit off because it's not 100% clear for me to see what it all is exactly, but color scheme wise it looks super beautiful. Again, dark, mysterious, sexy, kinda beautiful, you know? Yeah, so that is that from Forever Always Lashes. Then I also want to feature a new brand, and I hope I'm not butchering this name. I think I want to pronounce it Ariah Cosmetics, and they're coming out with an eyeshadow quad, a neon green nail polish, and a pearlescent green highlighter. This is going to be available on October 2nd, and unfortunately I don't have a whole picture of the quad. There's one shade missing, but this is what I have right now. If I have something else, I'm still going to include it. But anyway, this is how it looks as far as I have it right now, and definitely wanted to also feature a new brand here because that is what I'm doing, right? So anyway, hard for me to judge the release because I'm not really seeing everything, but anyway, this is what it is as of right now. Then I also wanted to show you Metamorphosis, because Metamorphosis is coming out with the Tropical Rainbow Glitter Palette, and this has 9 shades. It's all glitter, and this is already available now. And of course you can see it's beautiful glitters if you're into glitters, or if you're not and you just want to try, then of course a 9-pan palette makes a lot of sense, because why would you buy a 30-pan all glitter palette, right? So besides that, of course, also Metamorphosis is a really, really nice brand that I have tried and loved already, and also the shades in here are nice and dark, which can be super, super nice, especially for now, you know? Yeah, so that is that, available already when you're seeing this. Then let's also talk about Sugar Drizzle again, because Sugar Drizzle is coming out with the Liquid Sugar Multichrome eyeshadows, and we have 4 new shades, and they retail for $15 each, and they are available now. And you see also, of course, the swatches. They are super, super pretty, I have to say. Like seriously, I'm personally not into liquid eyeshadows at all, but maybe you are into liquid eyeshadows because they look really, really beautiful. Okay, Makeup Revolution is coming out as always with a lot of stuff, and there is also a sneak peek, and I'm not going to include a picture because I don't have one as of right now, but they're sneak peeking a Simpsons collection where like the Simpson family is sitting there as skeletons. That is coming soon, but what I have already is this here. So we do have the Butterfly palette, we do have the Upstairs Downstairs eyeshadow palette, we have the Newlyweds eyeshadow palette, and we have the Grave Misunderstanding eyeshadow palette. We have 3 lipsticks and a brush set and a handheld mirror and a cosmetic bag. Okay, so this says it is based on the Tim Burton's Corpse Bride collection. I already spoke about this last time, and I think I got a few laughs from you guys. Laughs, not loves. Laughs from you guys because I didn't know what the Corpse Pride is. I still don't know. But I know that you guys know, and that's fine. You know, I'm not watching stuff like this. I barely have time to do normal stuff. I never sit down and watch TV. I just don't have time for this. So that is that, you know. Plus, I'm not too much into the scary topic, as you all know. Okay, sweeties, these are the Halloween releases, and there's more coming, as I already told you. And I think also XX Revolution has released stuff. All of these releases will not be here on my channel because I'm not too much into Revolution makeup. When it comes to the eyeshadow palette formula, I just feel like it's not like something super wrong. It's just that I have so many things that are so much better. So that's why I'm not going to go there. But feel free to check it out in case you want to, because most of these things are already available. Okay, then let's also talk about Glam, because Glam is coming out with the Wretched Romance collection. So you do have the Color Web eyeshadow palette with 16 shades for $9. And you do have a mini matte liquid lipstick set with 5 shades for $10. You do have a liquid liner set, 5 shades for $10, and you do have a beauty sponge for $2.50. And does one say that? $2.50, and you can have the whole box for $31.50, and it's available now. This is, I think, a limited edition release, and yeah, that's what it looks like. So yeah, I was very interested, I have to say, but I'm not going to spend money now on Glam because I have so many palettes from Glam sitting here that I still need to try, that I'm not going to I'm not going to buy more till I have tried them. Lying, but anyway, yeah, okay. So Beauty X Boo Cosmetics, that is definitely also a new brand, and again, I'm hoping that I'm not butchering the name, is coming out with the Bite Me collection. Okay, so you do have the Bite Me eyeshadow palette, you do have lashes, you do have a stick highlighter, and you have a matte liquid lipstick. This is available now. You can see, of course, the palette here. Again, another beautiful example of a dark, sexy palette. You know, I'm living for these releases, seriously. You know, I really like the releases these days, really. Now in this palette, I do believe that also the darkest shades for the most part are shimmers, which is just not my makeup style. I would love it if that darkest shade there in the bottom right corner would be a black matte. Just a simple black matte, you know, would make the palette better for me personally, but of course you might feel completely differently. So that is that from Beauty X Boo Beauty Cosmetics. Wait, Beauty X Boo Cosmetics, sorry. Okay, Sweeties Beauty Shakers is coming out with the Cozy Hour palette. This is a face palette. This is not an eyeshadow palette, but I would assume that you could use it for eyeshadows too. Anyway, this has 3 blushes and 3 highlighters and is available now for $30. In case you want to check this out, I think the shades in there look super beautiful. I would definitely use this. You would probably say, well, this is too dark for you, sweetie, but no, it's not. It's not. I use blush colors like this all the time, you know? I don't let stuff like this stop me. So anyway, it looks beautiful. So that is from Beauty Shakers, available now. Then let's also talk about Dandelions Cosmetics. And I was this close to trying Dandelions this time, seriously, because of this palette, sweeties. I saw this and I felt like this I need to have. But it is kind of really expensive, and I cannot pull that off, you know, I cannot. It says here $40 for the palette, but I feel like it was $50. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's $40, but that is still, for me, it is a hefty price tag for me personally. But anyway, it says here it has 6 new shades and it has 6 OG shades. And then you also do have a highlighter for $8. You do have a liquid eyeshadow duo for $6 a piece. You do have nail polish for $4.50 a piece, or $8 for the set. And then you also do have a sponge for $2.50. You can have the whole collection for $80. The whole collection kind of makes sense financially, you know. It's really pretty. I'm telling you, do brands hate me to come out with so much nice stuff, seriously. Anyway, yeah, so this is available now from Dandelions. If it would have been $30, I might have bought it. but I just cannot. It's too much coming out right now that I want, you know, I just cannot. And another beautiful release that is a beautiful example of what I'm talking about, that I just like, I cannot say I don't want this, you know, I cannot, is from Mamacita Cosmetics, and that is the reveal of the Halloween eyeshadow palette, and it's called La Gata Negra, I think, La Gata Negra palette. I right now only have a video. I'm going to try to find pictures or take a proper screenshot, hopefully. This palette has 12 shades with matte shimmers and glitters. This is coming soon. I have tried Mamacita Cosmetics. It's an amazing brand with a very, very good formula. I have the I forgot the name, the pink palette, the one with a lot of pink shades that came out a couple of, I don't know, 2 months ago or something like this, maybe longer, I don't know, lost track of time, but that was a beautiful palette and I loved it, you know. So, and this color scheme is beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, so that's Mamacita Cosmetics. Okay, let's also talk about a new brand for me, and that is Mez Beauty, and they're coming out with 6-pan eyeshadow palettes. So you do have 6 of them, of course. I'm personally, as you know, not too much into small palettes, so this might not be for me, but color scheme wise, I think there is something for everybody. Very, very cute execution, especially the one with the purple I really like, the one with the yellow and the green, of course, really nice. The one with the cold neutrals and the blues, also super pretty, you know, like all of them have their ground to stand on, I have to say. Yeah, so anyway, they are now available for $40 each. Is that true? $40 for a 6-pan palette. Okay, so anyway, when I think about that, then maybe the palette from Dandelions isn't that expensive after all. You know, it's all just a matter of perception, I guess. Okay, one sneak peek from V Cosmetics, because I feel you guys might be interested in that. That is their upcoming Halloween release, and they're coming out, or she's coming out with Halloween mystery boxes, and that is the picture basically that I have. It is really scary, but anyway, this is going to become available on September 30th, so keep your eyeballs peeled in case you want to check out that brand. I've tried V Cosmetics. I have one palette from V Cosmetics that I really like, and yeah, so that is basically all I know. I don't have a code with them, but my friend Nikki Raven has one in case you want to use hers. Then let's also talk about Emo Cosmetics, because they're coming out with the Sunflower eyeshadow palette. This is a 5-pan palette, all mattes, and retailing for $22. The execution is super nice, super nice. Now, is this for me? No, this release is not for me because it is all mattes and it's just 5 pans, but execution wise it's super well done, and if this is something you're looking for, then please feel free to definitely check out Emo Cosmetics. Then I also need to talk to you about Adept. I have spoken about a sneak peek from Adept for a new upcoming palette, and now we can see the inside, and this is the Amunet New eyeshadow palette, I think. Amunet New, I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. And the amazing thing with this one also is that there is a dark version and a light version, and each one of them retails for $56. This is coming soon. Now, you see on the top, you see the light version, and then on the bottom, obviously the dark version together with the swatches. I'm very much into the dark version. I usually am. When there are different versions of the same palette, basically I'm usually going for the dark version because that is just more me usually. Yeah, and it looks beautiful. The swatches though, wow. Okay, then let's also talk about something where I spoke about this release already a couple of weeks ago, and I was sitting on eggshells in like waiting for this to be shown, and I must say I'm not disappointed. Okay, Bella Beauty Blog. We spoke about the upcoming Poison Garden palette, and I had shown you just the outer packaging, and now I can show you the inside, and boy oh boy is this a beautiful palette. I'm like, oh yes, please, 18 shades. This is my sweet spot when it comes to palettes, you know, 18 shades, 10 mattes, 5 duochromes, 1 pressed glitter, 1 velvet shimmer, and 1 diamond shimmer. This is going to be available on September 29th, which is the day you're seeing this, I believe. Yeah, I don't have a price, but boy oh boy, I cannot even. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. Also, the theme is so cool, you know. It is such a cool execution of the scary theme that is basically being used now throughout fall and autumn, but it is kind of it's so cool that it's not skeletons and that it's not like bloodshed and stuff like this. I love this. You know, it's really, really cool. Yeah. Also, the color scheme is amazing. And then we had also spoken in that same video a couple of weeks ago about the Angles of Illumination Volume 2 palette. And now I can show you the inside. This is a 15 pan full duochrome palette. This is all brand new chameleon shimmer shades, and this is going to launch in October at some point. We will definitely talk about that when I can tell you a real date. But yeah, also this one is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, this might be the time when I have to try Bella Beauty Blog, because this is very convincing stuff, you know, very, very much so. Okay, then we also need to talk about Peachy Queen, because Peachy Queen, when I saw this palette, I was like, this is the Voodoo Girl eyeshadow palette. And I was like, this is so Peachy Queen. I only looked at the picture and I knew this must be Peachy Queen. And that is something where I think this is so, so cool. This is so beneficial for a brand when they have found their style and found their thing, what they do and how they promote themselves and how they are, so that people recognize them no matter what. You know, this is when you've done something right. And this is what the palette looks like. You do have 16 shades with mattes, shimmers and glitters. This is coming soon. And of course, the color scheme is a mixture between super, super vibrant shades, and then of course also some golden and some bronze and some brown shades, which again is just something that makes absolute sense. In a way, this is another version of a fall themed palette when you look at it. Just that the super, super neon-y shadows throw you off a little bit, because if you would mute them down a little bit, you would actually have a very, very traditional fall themed palette, you know, but they just took it to an extreme, which is kind of really cool. Okay, so that was that. Then I definitely also wanted to talk to you about ZS Official. That is a new brand for me. I don't think I've heard of them before, and I hope I'm saying this right. And they are showing us the Autumn Vibes collection, I do believe. I hope I'm saying this right. Anyway, look at these. They are so, so beautiful. So, so beautiful. It says here shop over 60 shades. I guess that is then the whole collection and not just the Autumn Vibes collection. They are all vegan and cruelty-free and handmade. And it says here our formula works as an adhesive, so you do not need glue. Okay, so that is amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely into stuff like that, definitely, because I love to have glittery shades, pressed glitter, all of that. Absolutely my piece of cake. So this is ZS Official. ZS Official. So I'm not 100% sure how they want to be pronounced. Okay, my lovelies, we are almost done. Two more things, and one of them is from Lovelace Cosmetics. They're coming out with yet another super beautiful palette, and this one is the Evoke eyeshadow palette. This is now available for pre-order. I do not have a price, but also this one is so, so cool, and I tell you why. There is of course a pressed glitter, which is the black in the bottom right corner, but you also do have a black matte. As far as I can see, this is a black matte, and that makes the palette for me, you know. And then of course you have all these other super, super vibrant shades. I cannot 100% see, is this all matte or is it also shimmers? It is not clear to me, and it doesn't say here, but of course if you want to find out, then please go and check out the website, because I'm sure you have maybe a better picture there, or also a description of the palette, and also of course the price. But color scheme wise, I think this is beautiful and so, so cool, you know, so, so cool. And thank you for the black matte, I love it. Okay, and then we also need to talk about Jelly Cosmetics, because they are giving us the full reveal of the Alchemy collection. So you do have all kinds of stuff here. Okay, the Alchemy palette consists of 3 buttery duochromes, 3 stunning multi-chromes, 1 satin shimmer, and 11 bold matte shades, which is an amazing, amazing ratio when you think about it. And then you do have also these glitter pots, which is beautiful. I love it that they are doing it extra, and they're loose glitters, definitely. So in case you're not into that, you might want to just get the palette, or maybe you're into it, whatever. I think it makes a lot of sense. It is beautiful. The color scheme is beautiful. The depth is beautiful. And this is what it is. So this is going to be available on October 1st. In case you want to check that out, this is what it is from Jelly Cosmetics. Sweeties, we've made it through, and I'm sure I can promise you that by the time I'm closing down this video and I go to my computer and edit, that there are 10 more things that I should have mentioned. You know, 10 more things on Instagram that have just been shown. And again, I don't have them in my video, but such is life. This is basically what I'm dealing with every single time here when I'm filming these videos. But you know that already, and you know that I'm going to try to make up for it next time, and then I'm just going to be the last one to show you, you know? You kind of need balls to be the last one to show you. So yeah, that is what I'm doing here. Okay, sweeties, I hope you did enjoy the video. I certainly had a lot of fun filming this for you. And as always, of course, feel free to check out the description box down below, because you do have all my links to social media, you do have all my discount codes, and you will have all the brands that I've mentioned listed down in the description box. Besides that, if you're interested in what I'm wearing on my face, that should be in a pinned comment down in the comment section. Besides that, don't forget to tag me on Instagram or to send me stuff by DM if there is something where you say, wow, Leorah, look at this, what do you think about that? Do you want to feature this? Or if you're a brand owner and you want to be featured, send me the release, not send me the release, well, but send me the information by DM on Instagram, and I can definitely include you. You know, if you're a small brand and you have not been featured because nobody sees you, then let me make you seen. You know, it's very easy for me to do so, and it's also my passion to do that. So anyway, that is that. Of course, if you are liking it here and if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I shall see you here super soon for my next video. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.